Hey, welcome to Mind Magics. Today we are going to learn about one of the prominent leading technology that is Node.js. Guys, everyone knows nowadays IT companies are preferred to implement their application by using mean or man stack. I mean to say by using MongoDB, Express.js, React.js, Node.js, or AngularJS. I mean to say by using all this stuff we can implement one full stack application. So I mean to say nowadays by using JavaScript, we can do a lot of miracles. So JavaScript is a prominent language that dominated the market of front-end development since ages. Am I right or not? It's a powerful scripting language that helps in developing client-side applications. But what about server side? But it failed when there was a necessity to execute applications on the server side. So that's the reason nowadays Node.js comes in and provides a better feature set to implement server-side applications. I mean to say, can we execute .js files independently? No, because JavaScript is a scripting technology. I mean to say, you need to embed that technology with some other technology, then only we can execute our application. I mean to say, for example, if you are implementing .js file, .js files before the Node.js, we are unable to execute that is independently. We need to embed the JS file into the HTML file, then only we can execute the stuff of .js file. Am I right or not? But guys, nowadays, by using JavaScript, we can do the miracles. I mean to say, we can implement any kind of application. We can implement web application. We can implement mobile application also. I mean to say, for example, to implement mobile application point of view, we are using React Native also to implement mobile applications. Okay, what exactly the Node.js? The Node.js is an open source runtime environment built on Google Chrome JavaScript V8 engine. And the current version we are using that is a 15.x. And the vendor company name is Netscape's Live Wire Pro. And creator of Node.js is Ranthal. To get more documents and to download the software, you can visit www.nodejs.org. But to learn Node.js, you need to have some prerequisites. What exactly the prerequisites? You need to have some basic idea of HTML and CSS and JavaScript, JSON. So why most of the companies are preferred to implement their applications with the help of Node.js? Because it contains a lot of features. The first feature is it's asynchronous and event-driven. I mean to say, all APIs of Node.js library are asynchronous. I mean to say that is non-blocking. It essentially means a Node.js based server that never waits for an API to return data. The server moves to the next API after calling it, and a notification mechanism of events of Node.js help the server to get a response from the previous API. And the second one is it's a very fast because Node.js internally executes on Google Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine. So that's the reason Node.js library is very fast in code execution. And one more feature is no buffering. I mean to say, Node.js applications never buffer any data. These applications simply outputs the data in form of chunks. And one more feature is single-threaded. Node.js uses a single-threaded. I mean to say, most of the technologies like Java, .NET, Android, all these technologies will use multi-threaded on, it works on multi-threaded environment, but Node.js works on single-threaded environment. Even though it is a single-threaded environment, it supports event-driven mechanism internally. Event mechanism help the server to respond in a non-blocking way and make the server highly scalable as opposed to the traditional web server. When we are implementing the applications by using Java or .NET or Android, you need to take the support of any third-party server and that support the multi-threading environment. But Node.js, even though it's a single-threaded environment, it works same as multi-threaded environment. And when it comes to one more feature is productivity. In terms of implementing front-end technology or back-end technology, you can use this one. Obviously, the productivity is increasing when you are working with Node.js applications. And what exactly the traditional web server model? Guys, see there, here, in traditional web server, when we are sending the request from client to web server, then each and every request will be handled by the thread actually. For request one, thread one is created, for request two, thread two created, for request three, thread three created. So thread one will take care of first request, thread two will take care of second request, thread three will take care of third request, and so on. So after getting the response from the web server, then the web server will send back the result to the client. This is what happened in the traditional web server model. When it comes to implementing the applications by using Java, .NET, Android, along with those things, Java modules, you need to focus on either it may be web server or application server. We need to focus on the server part also. But where exactly we need to deploy our application and how to run that server and what are the properties of that server, what is the port number of that server. You need to know a lot of details about this server also. But guys, Node.js supports process model. The Node.js, even though it supports a single-threaded, it same work as a multi-threaded environment. When you are sending multiple requests, request one or request two, internally there is an event loop that will be take care of each and every request in an event mechanism. Once the thread is free, then it is to serve another request. And one more thing is Node.js is implemented internally with the C++ thread pool. It takes the support of thread pool also to execute Node.js application. So this is what the difference between traditional web server and Node.js process model. Where exactly we are using Node.js applications? Guys, we are using Node.js to implement different kinds of applications like IO bound applications, some data streaming applications, or data intensive real-time applications, JSON API based applications, or single page applications, etc. Where not to use our Node.js. If it is CPU intensive based application, then we are not using Node.js at that time. Okay. And to execute the Node.js application, the proper environment is required. In that, the first one is you need to maintain one text editor. Either it may be VS Code or Sublime Text. You can use it anything, not a problem. Okay. After that, one more is Node.js runtime environment, and one more is NPM, Node Package Manager. But you don't need to worry about NPM because it by default comes along with the Node.js runtime environment. You don't need to install NPM that comes with Node.js runtime environment. Okay. So Node.js development environment can be set up in Windows, Linux, or any operating system. I mean to say Mac operating system, Solaris, whatever it may be. Okay. And if you're ready to implement one simple application by using Node.js, that's very easy. By just following 3 steps, you can execute one simple application. And then the first one is you just need to import the required module. And the second one is you're just going to create the server. I mean to say you don't need to work with any third-party server. You are just going to create the server with the help of simple method. That's it. And you are going to return, I mean to say you are just sending the request and you are going to return the response. Okay. So I'm just going to demonstrate all these things in a practical way, then you can understand easily. See there. So here, I'm just going to implement one simple application. For example, see there. First of all, here I'm just writing one simple statement that is console.log hi. Hi. Okay. So it is just, and I mean to say it is just a JavaScript extension oriented file. Am I right or not? Okay. Can we execute this file? So yeah, the answer is yes, we can, because we can execute that one by simply running node, the application name is first. See there, we are getting the output that is high. Am I right or not? So by using Node.js environment, you can execute .js files independently. I mean to say, you can execute server-side applications. Okay. So if you're ready to implement one simple web application with simple 3 steps, then the first step is you just need to take care of the module that is HTTP. I mean to say you need to take the required module. So for my program, the required module is HTTP module. It's a core module. You don't need to install this one and require of HTTP. This is the way to import the module. And after that, you're just going to create the server with the help of simple method that is create server with one callback function that is request comma response, request comma response. Okay. After that, here I'm writing one simple statement that is response.end of hello world, print any message. Okay. And after that, here to pass the port number, you're just using one simple method that is listen method with the port number 3000. Okay, I mean to say every server contains an IP address as well as port number, right? So when it comes to IP address point of view, so this program will run on localhost. I mean to say the IP address is 127.0.0.1 and comes to port number 3000. Guys, I mean to say no need to work with any third-party servers. I mean to say no need to know about Tomcat server or WebLogic server or Java server, etc., etc. You are just creating the server along with the port number with simple 2 methods. One is create server, that is the method, and one more is listen of 3000. Here I'm just writing one simple statement that is console.log the server running on port number 3000. Okay, just save the program. See then here I'm just going to run this program with the help of node environment that is node fast. See there the server running on port number 3000. I'm just going to execute this program like 3000. The output is hello world. The output is hello world. See there. So by using this simple 3 steps, you can create one simple web application. So how you feel? So you feel very comfort or not? I mean to say, you don't need to take the support of any third-party servers actually. And writing the program also is very easy. We just need to know about the internal modules, what we are using in Node.js application development. I mean to say there are different types of modules. I mean to say some are the core modules and some you need to install in your application actually by just with the help of npm, I mean to say node package manager. Thank you.